Welcome to the installation, well, not an installation, but welcome to me changing the pipe on my 790 Adventure R. Stick around to the end to find out what I think of it today.
First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Behind me is my 790 Adventure R and the stock pipe. I've read that you should consider replacing it for superior sound, but more importantly, for the heat that it puts out. And since I'm going to be running bags over this, I really don't want it to be that hot, and it's kind of heavy. So I went ahead and looked at the Dominator 400mm pipe with the hard arrestor. I've got that on my 390, and I do like the sound. This is kind of muted. It's not bad, but you don't really hear the sound. You hear the chug-chug of the engine instead. So I did want to put another exhaust on, so I'm going with the Dominator because, number one, they're cheap, and number two, I have experience with one of their pipes, and I'm very satisfied with it. Now, I'm not going to do a full install of this because, honestly, there's not a lot to it. We have one bolt down here, one bolt up there, and that's all there is to it. If you really need one, Dominator does have an installation video on their website, and multiple other people have them as well. But I'm going to spare you that. Take the two bolts off, slide the new one on, put the two bolts back. All right, let's take a look at the other pipe. All right, that took 7 or 8 minutes, less than 10, definitely. Two things to consider. You will need to reuse the bracket right there, so be careful taking it off, or if the one in your bike looks like it's not in good shape, just buy another one from KTM World. And in the back, it does come with a bolt, but it's a hex. You can just easily reuse the stock one so that you don't need to put another tool in your toolkit, which is what I did. It is perfect. It's actually a little bit longer than this, but there's not too much room that it's coming out in the back. Not a problem at all. One last thing, do remember to carefully wipe off your exhaust before you turn it on, or your fingerprints will become permanent. All right, we're going to go ahead and give you a quick sound check, and then that's it for today. I will get back to this video probably in no earlier than a week, just to make sure that I like it. And if I don't, I'll let you know. If I do, I'll let you know. Thanks. Well, that's what the bike sounds like with the new exhaust on it. In my opinion, it's significantly better than it was before. Now, interestingly, it seems more quiet than my 390 does with this dB killer in it. This is the hard dB killer, and you can get it with a medium or obviously none at all. After I ride it for a week, I'll let you know whether I think you should perhaps run the medium. I think that this may not be as loud as I expected.
Now, this was the initial installation of the Dominator slip-on, which was 9 months ago. And I will say, during that 9 months, I have regretted, not for a moment, the money I spent on this pipe. It successfully has had over 2 months of soft luggage on it, not melting or even heating up anything. I have not melted my taillight, which these bikes are famous for with the stock exhaust. And despite what I thought that it was too low, honestly, I think that once you achieve highway speeds, it's great. It has a good sound when you're riding. It's not too loud, it's not too low. People can hear it, I can hear it, but it's in no way overwhelming. I certainly would recommend the hard dB killer. I believe that with the medium on the highway, if you're doing a lot of miles, it'll probably drone on. I did a 2,500 mile trip with this pipe, followed by a 5,500 mile trip with this pipe, and I found that it was good. I always heard the exhaust, I knew it was there, but it was a good sound and it never bothered me. This is my second pipe by Dominator, and I would say they're the best bang for the buck. You will not be disappointed unless you're looking for some kind of incredibly premium sound. But this is a KTM. It's a 790. You're not going to get a premium sound. I mean, the damn motor sounds like there are marbles bouncing around in it. So as far as exhaust goes, there's no engine to bring out a better sound, so it's just giving you a good sound for your exhaust. And honestly, for what I paid and the type of bike it is, it's exactly what I wanted. So 100% satisfied with the Dominator exhaust. You can get this for the 790, 790R, 890, 890R, and I'm fairly sure it would fit on the Husqvarna as well. So if you're on a budget and you want to get rid of that boat anchor in the back that overheats and melts things, you can do worse than a Dominator. All right, if you stuck around, I appreciate it, and take care.